Welcome to GST Solution. My name is Rusik Desai and in our today's video we are going to discuss about the bill of supply. Friends, this bill of supply is totally new invention under Goods and Service Tax Act, because in earlier tax laws, say for example central excise, service tax, VAT, there was no provisions for this bill of supply. Because in earlier law, say for example excise, service tax, customs, whatever it may be, whether you are supplying a taxable goods, whether you are supplying an exempted goods, whether you are supplying any services, or whether you are supplying any nil rated goods, there were specific provisions which were saying that in all the cases you will have to issue an invoice under a Central Excise Act, or as the case may be under the Service Tax Act. But in Goods and Service Tax Act, it is not like that. They have given a specific document called Bill of Supply instead of tax invoice. But friends, what is this Bill of Supply? Who are required to issue this Bill of Supply? What is the procedure for this Bill of Supply? We are going to discuss everything in detail in our today's video. Friends, let us discuss about what is Bill of Supply. So the requirement to issue the Bill of Supply is given under CGST Act, that is section number 31 subclause 3 and clause number C, wherein it has been specifically says that a registered person supplying exempted goods or a nil rated goods or a non-taxable goods are required to issue a bill of supply instead of a tax invoice. Now, who are required to issue this bill of supply? So it has been discussed in two clauses, that is clause number A and clause number B. First, let us say clause number A, registered person supplying exempted goods and services. Now, what is the exempted goods? Friends, the definition of exempted good has been given in section number 2 subsection 47 of Central Goods and Service Tax Act to mean and include supply of any goods or services which attracts nil rate of tax. Second, which goods may be wholly exempted from tax under section 11 or under section 6 of IGST Act, and it also includes non-taxable supplies. So friends, तीन कैटेगरी दिया हुआ है. एक सबसे पहले नील रेटेड गुड्स, सेकंड wholly exempted from tax, and third not taxable at all under the Goods and Service Tax Act. We will discuss them each one by one. First category, that is nil rated supply. What is this nil rated supply? Friends, you must note that nil rate of supply is also a rate of supply, and hence nil rate of supply if you are giving, you are not liable to charge any tax on your customer, and hence in case of tax invoice you will have to raise the bill of supply. So nil rated goods है कैसे पता चलेगा? So in this regard there are two notifications which has been given by Central Bureau of Indirect Taxes and Customs. Notification number 1/2017 Central Tax Rate and notification 11/2017 Central Tax Rate, that is also on 28th of June 2017. Notification 1 talks about nil rated goods and notification 11 talks about nil rated services. Friends, as of now there are no goods on which rate of duty is nil, and in case of services there are only few services, that is a support services. Say for example support services of agriculture, animal husbandry, fishing, those all categories coming under heading number 9986 are a nil rated supply, and hence if you are dealing with these kind of goods or services you are not liable to charge the tax on your invoice, and instead of invoice you are required to issue a bill of supply. Now second, wholly exempted from tax. Friends, we had discussed in our earlier video that according to section number 11 of Central Goods and Service Tax Act as well as section number 6 of IGST Act, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, that is government, have a specific power to exempt any goods or services either wholly or conditionally or absolutely from the payment of tax. In this regards also there has been two notifications which has been issued. Notification number 2/2017, that is of dated 28th of June 2017, in which they have mentioned a specific goods against which they are fully exempted from payment of tax. In notification number 12 they had given a list of services which are either wholly or conditionally or absolutely exempted from the payment of tax. So these also are included in the exempted category, and hence in this case also instead of tax invoice आपको bill of supply ही issue करना पड़ेगा. Category number 3, that is non-taxable supply. Now what is this non-taxable supply? So the word itself says that they are not taxable at all under the Goods and Service Tax Act 2017. For example, alcoholic liquor for human consumption, petroleum and other goods, that is natural gas, fuel gas, then airline fuel. These all petroleum products are out of GST as of now, and hence they are also included in the category of nil rated. For example, that is non-taxable supply. इसके ऊपर टैक्स नहीं लगने वाला है, and hence in all the three cases, nil rated, exempted as well as the non-taxable supply, instead of tax invoice as per GST law, you have to specifically issue a bill of supply as per section 31 subsection 3 and clause number C. Now what should be the content of that bill of supply? So for going through the content, that is the machinery, mechanisms, what should be there in your bill of supply? So we have to go to rule number 49, wherein it has been specifically stated that in bill of supply you should mention a date of issue of bill of supply, name, address and GST number of supplier vis-a-vis your customer, that is a recipient. If GST number is of recipient is available, you have to provide it. Then description of the goods, HSN code of that goods, the value of the goods, as well as the digital signature and the signature of the authorized person, if any. These all contain, that is all the description which has been given in rule number 49 must be there in the bill of supply. Now it is very important here to note that digital signature is not must. In case you are issuing a computer generated invoices, then as per Information Technology Act 2000, it has been specifically stated that computer generated invoice does not require a signature or a digital signature at all, and hence it is a valid document for bill of supply. Now there are another category of person who are instead of tax invoice required to issue a bill of supply. Who are they? Person liable to tax and opted to tax under section 10 of CGST Act 2017, that is a composition scheme. Friends, हमने अपनी previous वीडियो में ऑलरेडी डिस्कस करके रखा हुआ है. जो कंपोजिशन स्कीम नॉट करता है, जिसका टर्नओवर 40 लाख से ज्यादा है और 1.5 करोड़ से कम है, और जो कंपोजिशन स्कीम ऑप्ट कर रहा है उसको ना तो किसी चीज का इनपुट क्रेडिट मिल सकता है, ना तो वो किसी चीज पर टैक्स लगा सकता है और कस्टमर के पास से कलेक्ट कर सकता है. नाउ वेयर इट इज स्पेसिफिकली स्टेट कि आपको टैक्स कलेक्ट नहीं करना है एंड यू आर नॉट लायबल टू टेक द इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट आल्सो, दे आर नॉट लायबल टू इश्यू अ टैक्स इनवॉइस. इसमें भी टैक्स इनवॉइस करने का जरूर नहीं है. दे आर ओनली रिक्वायर्ड टू इश्यू अ बिल ऑफ सप्लाई इंस्टेड ऑफ टैक्स इनवॉइस. नाउ व्हाट इज द टाइम कि आपको बिल ऑफ सप्लाई कब इश्यू करना है? सो फ्रेंड्स, again we have to go to rule number 46 wherein it has been specifically stated कि bill of supply का टाइम कुछ भी नहीं दिया हुआ है. You have to follow the guidelines as specified for the tax invoice. जैसे आप टैक्स इनवॉइस रेज करते हो उसी मैनर में आपको बिल ऑफ सप्लाई इश्यू करना है. बट टैक्स इनवॉइस आप टैक्सेबल गुड्स के लिए करते हो, यहाँ पे आपको कंडीशंस दिया हुआ है कि आप नील रेटेड, एग्जम्प्टेड और नॉन टैक्सेबल सप्लाई एंड कंपोजिशन स्कीम में हो तो आपको बिल ऑफ सप्लाई इश्यू करना पड़ेगा. नाउ what are the time limit for issue of bill of supply? As said, not prescribed. We have to go as per tax invoice, and as per tax invoice we had already discussed in our previous invoice. If you are supply of goods, if you are making supply of services, if it is a continuous supply of goods or continuous supply of services, in case you are sending goods on approval basis, जिस मैनर में आपको टैक्स इनवॉइस रेज करना है उसी मैनर में आपको बिल ऑफ सप्लाई भी इश्यू करना पड़ेगा. Now there has been discussion also, that is requirement of QR code on the bill of supply. So far, that is fourth proviso to rule number 49 of CGST Act 2017. It was inserted by notification number 31/2019 where there was a discussion going on के bill of supply के केस में हम QR code डलवाएंगे with this e-invoicing coming. But so far it has been not activated by the government, and hence as of now we have to do a manual signature or a digital signature, or as the case may be, if you are generating a computer invoice, as said, there is no requirement of doing any signature on your invoices. Friends, I hope you like this video. It was very informative. Thanks a lot for your support. Thanks a lot.